Hello, people of Earth.
What is up?
How's it going?
Great. Good.
Welcome to the Wrestle Story at AEW Dynamite.
Yeehaw.
Do we see Renee Paquette tonight?
I think potentially because they're in Canada and they announced her signing, and so I would imagine I'm probably going to see her.
Do we see Mia Yim?
No.
Do we see Sasha Banks?
No. I think Mia Yim is going back to WWE. That's what I think. She's done with Impact. I think she's going back to WWE.
That would be interesting.
Whoa.
Very interesting. Hello, Crazy Beard.
What is up?
What's going on?
I'm going to make sure my tweet went up.
Remind me to tell the kids not to watch that show.
My tweet did indeed go up.
Good job.
Da, da, da. We have AEW Dynamite.
AEW Dynamite.
In Canada.
In Canada.
It's Wednesday.
You know what that means. Flamethrower, how's it going? Yes, Renee.
It's a Renee.
The debut is bigger than Bray. Next week it's Dynamite on the Tuesday. Yep. Cobain, how's it going? Quentin, how you doing? Jackio, how's it going? Fire Lord, how's it going? Still waiting for UK show, those lucky Canadian people. It will be there. I think it's eventually going to happen. We are doing good. Doing good.
Well, this is interesting. You got... Yeah.
Interesting. It's Wednesday night, and you what that means. I know what that means, Brandon. He's the face of Canada. I didn't know that.
The face of Canada. This guarantee is 100%.
We're doing good, Brandon.
That was pretty stiff.
I'm here. Let me in. Oh wait, wrong promotion. Yes, Vin, that is the wrong promotion. How you doing? Renee decided to leave.
Yeah, she was like, I want nothing to do with the dinosaur.
Mundo, how's it going? I didn't know what that means. My ass better call somebody. I'm at the YMCA. The elliptical has TV for Dynamite. Interesting. Interesting. Are you doing the YMCA at the YMCA? Busting out the village people? Jungle Boy!
Jungle Boy.
Voltaire, it's fun to stay at the YMCA. Jungle Boy attacks Luchasaurus. Chops. Yep, he's dead. It was fun while it lasted. Ironically, Jack Perry needs to spend more time in the YMCA. He kind of small. Yeah, it might help. Although you can only be so tall. Tony Khan about that song. It's an 80s song just for Jungle Boy. Yep. I wasted time looking for a machine. One of the wall TVs has AEW. Did you stop there? You're standing there watching it right now, aren't you, Volterra? Yes, they did. Who wins this?
Personally, I think it should be Jungle Boy, but I'm not sure that he will.
German suplex.
The Factory versus Borjo.
Who?
War Joe.
Oh. Jungle Boy ever goes heel, Khan will have to buy Welcome to the Jungle. There we are, see? Orange win that title, too. Luchasaurus should win, in my opinion, tonight.
That's one of the guys from...
Makes sense. Yeah, I can see it. Man, nothing like being thrown off the steel post.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Nothing like it.
Ouch.
That slap to the metal post. Metal must have hurt. Ouch! Yes. Renee should bring her podcast to AEW. She might.
I like her podcast. It's quite funny.
Giving up a lot of size and power here. The biggest muscle in the body is the brain.
He just said that in the most, like, oh my god. In the most, like, jumbled up way he ever could have. Like, he could have just been like, Jungle Boy, doesn't have a brain. Like, just leave it at that. Not like this big old explanation of he's lacking that in areas, just he's not smart. Okay. He said that in the weirdest way possible.
Yeah. Do you guys think they should make All Atlantic TNT and TBS titles exclusive to Rampage and have their feuds and storylines there instead of being just another hour after Dynamite? I think the problem with that is they only have an hour, so it's not a lot of time to do a lot with it.
Well, and the thing about it is...
Pip! We got Pip!
I don't know that putting those 3 titles on there exclusively would, like, work out the best. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They've had... The TBS title's been defended on Rampage several times by Jade. The TNT Championship has pretty much just, like, it's not on Dynamite or Rampage. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's on Wardlow, but who cares? Because he's not defending it. And then the All-Atlantic Championship, they really haven't done much with that either. So, I don't know. I don't know that I would exclusively make all of those like belts Rampage like exclusive, just because they don't. It's like they don't get very good viewership and stuff on that show, anyways. So I don't know that it's really like worth it.
Yeah. I went to McDonald's for a smoothie a few days ago. The guy at the counter looked like Ross Lynch. He was teenage Jeffrey Dahmer in a movie. Interesting. I still think that it's funny that Luchasaurus was on Big Brother back in the day. Why would they have a dinosaur on Big Brother? That'd be kind of odd. WWE had a protection on the outside, and AEW has everything metal. Yep. Ross Lynch was Dahmer. Or was Dahmer Ross Lynch? Inquiring minds want to know. First pip of the day, it is. Wardlow had a match last week against Cage. Yes.
Yeah. The point would be, he's still not defending the title the way he should. Regardless of whether he defended it last week or not, they are more focused on putting him in other storylines, in tag teams, in trios matches with other people. So, why does he have the TNT title?
That is correct.
I don't get it. Personally.
That is correct. Also, rip to Cartoon Network. It really made my childhood fun. I am sad. They can run Cartoon Network?
What is happening with that? Because I saw, like...
Are you kidding me?
People were, hold on. Warner Brothers TV Group laid off 82 staffers on Tuesday across the scripted and unscripted and animation divisions. So, I guess a lot of that was Cartoon Network.
You know why? Because they're going to roll it all into HBO Max, what they're going to do.
I don't love that.
Or HBO Discovery Max, or HBO Discovery Max, or Discovery Max, or Discovery HBO, or whatever they're going to call it.
Yeah, Cartoon Network Studios will be merged with Warner Brothers Animation.
Yep, told you.
Why?
Because they're going to put it all over on HBO Max.
Well, sick, but what are they doing?
Silly because the first season of Big Brother was 500 million years ago. That is... It matches up. The Pterodactyl won the season. Luchasaurus was on. Pterodactyl probably should have won.
His back.
His back just gave out. Also, I say those three titles can help those three titles can help the titles themselves, not viewership, but at least it will give the titles and the champions something. Right now, as you said, the titles are like they aren't there.
I don't understand. I don't know what in the world happened, because we were focusing on the TNT Championship about every week, and then suddenly, And then suddenly, it's just none of it mattered. And I don't know
That was crazy.
Why.
That was crazy.
I don't know why they decided to do that. The title pretty much went down the drain when Sammy and, what's-their-faces, American Top Team.
Flawless jump from Perry. That was crazy.
Were feuding for, forever. And the TNT title hasn't meant anything since then.
That may be bad news for Jungle Boy Jack Perry. That was an amazing jump. Up over the top, grabbing Luchasaurus by the legs, landing on the floor and pulling him down. Kick him again. One more time. Why would you get up after being dropped on your belly?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Should have stayed down. This is it. No! Jungle Boy kicks out. It's a good match going on here.
We're getting Jericho and Danielson 3.
I was hoping we would.
Did all the Canadian fans like decide to wear like football gear? There's a guy in the front row with like
I think
Packers stuff on.
Yeah, there's hockey gear there too.
I've seen Bill's hat. There was another one. It might have been Washington. It was like red and.
And you got the Macho Man in the front row.
Like what in the world? They were all like, "We're going to a wrestling show and we're gonna wear our football like."
That one guy has my shirt.
Football jerseys
See
and
him?
football hats. Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yay, sports.
I think what happened to the TNT title was too much focus on big names, non-title feuds like Punk, MJF, Wardlow, MJF, Mox, Danielson, but they need to start rebuilding the titles. I agree. I think one of the issues you have is they got a lot of titles.
Oof.
Well, that had to hurt, I would think.
Is your neck okay?
Jungle Boy kicks out! Hey. Two. I guess I was smart finding this machine. Customer requested a change to basketball. Did you tell him, no, you cannot change the channel? Oh my goodness. Luchasaurus saying the end is near. Jungle Boy fighting back. Fighting back. Elbows to the back of the head. Did he say Senor Loopy?
No, send you, Loopy.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh, that was cool.
No.
Oh! Jungle Boy so close after an outstanding move.
Outstanding.
Agreed, 3 hours of TV, they have too many titles, like 7 titles, excluding FTW, are just too much for 3 hours of weekly TV. Yeah, it is. You can't focus on them.
Are you okay, man?
No, he's dead. Can't you tell? But it's okay, he's a dinosaur. Obviously, he keeps coming back.
Oh.
The guy up there somewhere in one of those rows is going... It don't matter. It don't matter. Wait till Jungle Boy brings in Edge to counter Christian. It's over. It is over. Good night. It's over.
That was 1, 2, 3.
Did not expect that. I like it though.
See, here's my thing.
It was a good match.
I think that they changed
It was a good match.
what they were going to do with this because Christian was injured. I don't know that, like, because going into the pay-per-view or whatever, like...
Excellent start to the first show in Canada.
Going into the pay-per-view, the stuff with, like, Luchasaurus, they were, like, friends again or whatever. And it wasn't until, like, at the pay-per-view or after the pay-per-view that, like, they decided...
Captain Charisma and his pet lizard won.
...to have, like, Lucha turn on Jungle Boy again for a second time. So I'm curious if that was, like, always the original plan, or if it was, like, they changed that because Christian, like, messed up his shoulder and couldn't wrestle, technically, at the pay-per-view.
Wow, Renee's going to get all kinds of TV time.
You just took your brace off your arm, dude.
I'm good with this Jungle Boy and Lucha feud continuing. Yeah, me too. Still mad they never explained why Luchasaurus turned on JB at the pay-per-view, but I feel like that was always the plan. I think it was always the plan. You had sense of it coming. Facts. Christian injury, messed up stuff. Imagine the match Perry and Natural and Christian and them Hardy with table patches. Yeah, I think the injury messed up everything. She's the wife of the champ, just another one of the perks. I guess. Isaiah's freaking hilarious. They're pretty good. I do want to see that movie. That looks like a good movie.
Yes. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
La. La.
Booker T was on NXT last night. I heard he was going to be commentating. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Ironic, Renee joined AEW the same time Kathy Kelly returned to the land of the game. They're even trying to compete with the hottest journalists, maybe hottest timekeepers will be next. Could be. Could be. Sonya Deville returns to NXT and might be joining Toxic Attraction. I saw that rumor too. Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Oh, man.
ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips told ESPN on Wednesday that there's a lot of push to expand the college football playoff in 2024. Yep, I've been pushing for it for years now. It's about time somebody else got on board.
Bum, 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 bum. I hope Triple H changes out Alba Fire's. Sorry, that was my Kindle.
Good job.
I hope
to have it make noise.
I hope Triple H changes Alba Fire's name back to Kaylee Ray. I don't even have the sound up.
They seem to be
There.
they seem to be moving some of those things around, like names.
We have the factory.
Who would have thought the face of William Shatner would make iconic serial killer franchise that just doesn't know when to quit? But Jamie Lee said she is done. Yes. Yes. Did you see the logo for WrestleMania 2024?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, it's Wardlow. Oh my goodness, bro. And Joe. It's Joe. 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 Joe.
Summer Joe! Poor Joe! Wardlow is very nuising.
Yeah. I'm just tired. Great, now I'm gonna yawn again, thanks. What is wrong with you? Oh my goodness.
Logo I thought made sense with Liberty Bell part of it. Yeah, it's a pretty cool logo. Just give us a Joe versus Wardlow title versus title feud, because seeing them in a tag team is a waste of them. Well, Fire Lord, I would say so, but I think that it's going to build to them fighting, I think. That's just what I think is going to happen. How you doing, Walter? NCAA football this Saturday? Yes, yes. My Sooners get Kansas. I'm a little worried, even though Kansas has their starting quarterback out.
I saw that might not be the case.
Well, whatever.
It's kind of up in the air.
Oklahoma's entire team has been unconscious for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't think it matters whether Kansas has a starting quarterback or not. Oklahoma's not winning.
I might fall asleep during the women's tag since Britt is involved. I would consider having these two lose their other titles and have them go after the tag titles.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. 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 Yes.
No. We don't need a thrown together tag team of two singles guys who could very well be doing singles things with their singles championships, but we can't find anything, so we just are putting them in a tag team together for the time being because, well, we gotta get them on TV somehow. The Acclaimed have the tag team championships, super, over, very, relevant right now. People love them. Then you have FTR, who's been waiting in line for 62 centuries, and I'm not entirely certain when they're gonna get their tag team title opportunity. Probably on the first side of never, but it's,
Yeah. I hope you're right, and it builds to them feuding. I am all down for it, and hopefully they get a streaming deal, a Ring of Honor weekly show deal so soon. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what's hurting them right now. Oklahoma needs a recruiting class similar to the last time they won the national title. What year was that? A long time ago, Vin. Okay? They do have a recruiting class next year, as long as they keep everybody together. That's supposed to be the best recruiting class ever in Oklahoma history. As long as they don't look at this year and go, well, you guys suck. We're not going to...
the match is over.
We're not going to be joining you guys. But their recruiting class is supposed to be the best they've ever had. War Joe is a stupid name. It should be Samoa Low. FTR should follow the Good Brothers back to WWE. Nah, they shouldn't. WWE would do the same thing with them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. FTR back in WWE, no. Absolutely not. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't care who's in charge. I genuinely do not think that is ever going to happen. I do not think that FTR would go back to WWE. I really don't.
Joe Lowe sounds better.
It's like Moxley. It doesn't matter who's in charge. Moxley, I don't think would go back for like a full-time run in WWE either.
No.
There's just like certain people, you know? Oh my god, are we... Okay, it's Brian Cage.
I think Tony is purposely not giving FTR a title shot so he can have Elite versus Punk and FTR. People who love AEW versus people who now hate AEW storyline-wise. If they keep Punk... Lojo Mojo. That'd be cool. Why does that guy have title belt on his forehead? Oh, those are sunglasses. My bad. No, it's a headband or something. That crown looks like it's made of Hershey Kiss wrappers. I was trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah, see, FTR is going to be doing some stupid 8-man tag thing with Wardlow and Joe. All of them could be doing something else. Like, I do not understand this booking. I know some people are really, like, woo, all excited about the Wardlow and Joe thing and them being a tag team, and, like, cool. But, like, dude, Wardlow has the TNT title. Samoa Joe is the Ring of Honor World Champion. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand it.
I mean, they will most likely keep Punk because Tony said Punk also has an office role there. But plus, I think if anything or anyone was getting fired, that would have happened by now. Unless they got like possibility of court cases.
Yeah, which is what's been talked about.
Bright case 2 weeks in a row. What non-jobber is hurt now?
Jericho's Ring of Honor World Champion, Joe's TV Champion. See, whatever. I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. He's got a Ring of Honor, like, title belt. And, like, I don't even know what belt it is. That's how relevant it is and how much I know. I didn't even remember which title he held. It's Spears. Hey, nice to see ya. Glad you showed up for work, man. Did I know he was Canadian? No, I did not.
He's muscled up some.
Yeah, he said some time off.
So going by W logic, I say we will get Joe and Wardlow versus FTR at Full Year. Possibly. Congrats to Spears. He's having his first child.
What?
Isn't he buddies with MJF?
Yeah, they were all part of the Pinnacle.
Yeah, but they never...
Wardlow,
like, MJF
FTR,
and
Sean Spears.
never really broke up, did they?
No, not really. I mean, they kind of just broke them off, like, when FTR broke off to go do their whole face thing because they were getting over better as faces than they were as heels. Same thing with Wardlow. Well, it's no wonder.
Gotta love people that come in like this. I guess Tony just forgot Spears was also on the Pinnacle. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. If Cassidy was my wife, I'd stay muscled up too. He's their son. That's facts. That's right.
Swerve's house. They better have the Acclaimed come out with Billy to cut some rap. And if we don't get some line about Degeneration X from, like, the thing they did on Monday, waste. Just a waste.
Rock beats scissors every time.
Every time.
I knew that. I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah, you don't waste an opportunity to have the Acclaimed do a rap. All right, listen.
Yo, listen! The Acclaim! Scissors across the world. All over the world, people are scissoring.
You know what I love is how Billy Gunn is, like, on television this week wrestling in a match, and his other, you know, buffoon friends.
The other DX guys look like they couldn't wrestle. Anthony, how's it going?
I think that's hilarious.
Mister, I've noticed the past 2 weeks or so that it seems like AEW has had occasions where they've had the audio go out at the worst time, either during the match for commentary or during their theme songs. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Some of it has been that they're cutting it out
Yeah.
because there are swear words, and
Yeah.
apparently they're trying to be more...
Yeah, the WB wants them to be friendly.
Yeah. So
the WB got rid of Cartoon Network. Huh? They messed up with the Canadian rap. You're only allowed to compliment other people. Billy gets a match for missing the reunion. Yep. Man, people going insane for Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed. Yep, pretty much.
Oof. Chris Black. Billy Gunn.
Jolene, how's it going? Is the Pinnacle dead? I would say yes. The Pinnacle is dead. Pip, Pip, Pip. We got Pip, Pip, Pip. Either run with us or run from us. Your choice. You can run with us or against us. It doesn't matter, but one way or another, we will meet in the ring. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Billy Gunn is wrestling and the other DX guys couldn't walk to the ring.
Yeah.
A little bit nuts.
It's pretty crazy.
They probably didn't invite him back because they were like, dude, you're still wrestling. We can't compete with that.
We can't compete with that at all. In any capacity.
Ingrezza. Swerve is going after the leg, trying to take down Billy Gunn.
He's 58.
He's 58.
How old are the rest of them?
Older than dirt. Road Dogg is 53.
53. Waltman is 50. Triple H is 53. Dude, he's the oldest out of all of them. He's still, like...
The oldest guy of the group is still wrestling.
And he's in better shape than all of them.
Yeah. He's in stunning shape for his age. Yeah, the other guys are younger than him, and he's, like, wrestling still. And, like, looking good wrestling. Not just wrestling, but, like, actually looking like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Like, what the heck happened to the other guys?
They got old and decided not to stay in shape.
They were like, we don't care. It's, you know.
Road Dogg hurt his leg getting in the ring. I think he pooped himself too, based on the way Triple H is reacting, and they're going. They said they even made a comment about it. Man, God, it stinks in here. Swerve is going after Billy Gunn's leg. Work on the leg of the bigger man. Very smart. Shots to the sternum. They meant New York City stinks. Hashtag Sox fan. Badass Billy Gunn is 58. Yes. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, he's the oldest out of the group.
Jackhammer suplex. I hope Billy gets to be All Atlantic champion before he hangs him up.
He was like, I had to prepare. I had to lift my leg up, like, really high for him to, like... Like, even if Billy Gunn loses his match, it was still, like... He still won in the end. Oh.
Kicked out! Wowzers, he's 58. He is 58. 58 years old.
Oh! Swerve! You know what I love? I love how Swerve just became this, like, huge heel, like, overnight because the Acclaimed were, like, the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn were, like, the biggest thing, like, ever. I find that so funny because everybody was, like, so into Swerve and was all like, yay, Swerve, Swerve and Keith Lee. And then suddenly everybody was then like, no, we hate you. It just happened, like, so fast. He's fine. He'll be fine.
Sting, 63 years young, still seems to have it. Yeah, he still has it too.
Smart Mark Sterling.
It's Smart Mark Sterling.
Yikes. He trademarked, he says, yeah, he trademarked.
We hate the USA.
Boo! Scissor me.
This is pretty good.
Do it. I dare you.
Sue me, Daddy Sterling.
Wow.
That's pretty funny.
MJF. You are seriously considering taking him up on the offer.
MJF.
Dude, he's gonna turn face. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you this, okay? I am literally telling you they're going to turn him face. In some weird way, he's gonna be a face. The reaction when he wins the title, it's gonna be incredible.
MJF
I'm
career,
telling
he
you.
did a podcast, very good stuff. The dude is a genius. As far as like his promos and stuff and what he does with his promos, it's amazing. I am
literally telling you, I think in some weird way, he's like, I think we're just naturally gonna get to a point where like, yeah, he's kind of a loser and says like, he's like a jerkwad about some things, but like the people want to cheer for him. I think that's where we're gonna like, by the time we get to the point where he's gonna like win the world title,
because
people are gonna be behind him. I am literally telling you, it's gonna be insane, and I think he can pull it off and still like balance this like, I'm a jerkwad, but like also the people like me. I don't know, like it's gonna work.
When I come out to that ring, I don't like myself either.
It's gonna work, and it's gonna be fantastic.
Turn face, no one will cheer for Alex Marvez or whatever his name is. Give him the damn belt, Con. Just pure talent. They will. He'll get it eventually, Mundo. Is MJF really turning face or another of his antics?
I think naturally, whether
MJF
it's
being MJF and he's gonna turn face because people are gonna like what he's doing.
Well, that's the thing about it is I don't know that he's necessarily gonna be doing like the babyface things because I don't think MJF would ever do like the classic babyface sort of persona. But I think it's gonna be some sort of rendition of this balance between he's an absolute jerk and everybody hates him, but then we turn around and everybody is like in love with everything that he's doing.
He's a jerk, but we love him.
That's what I genuinely think is going to happen by the time we get to the point where he's going to win the world title. People are going to be behind him.
I think so.
And he's going to get a huge reaction when he wins the world title.
I think so.
Like, in a good way. Like, a good reaction.
Yeah. I think that he's going to be. The thing is if they really wanted to make him a heel, and make people dislike him or somewhat dislike him,
Mm-hmm.
they would turn him on one of their bigger baby faces, like huge time. Like,
Well, and I
he'd
think
almost kill him.
ultimately, I think what the big, like, it's going to be Moxley. That's who he's going to fight for the World Championship. And Moxley is very much so, like, I would say one of their top. But I don't know that I'd classify Moxley as a babyface either, because he doesn't have this, like, he's not a heel. He's not a bad guy. But he's very much so, like, a company guy. And he's, like, at the top of AEW's, like, you know, whatever you want to call it. Like, he's the top guy. That's what Moxley is. And so, I don't know.
I hope the Cassidy in next week. Gallows and Anderson return to W is interesting because they were booked with New Japan until at least a Wrestle Kingdom next year. And also, Carl Anderson is still never open weight champion and is supposed to defend the title on November 5th, which is the same day as Crown Jewel against Hikaru. Yeah. The Moxley feels like a tweener. Yeah. Stone Cold and The Rock were never nice guys. When they were faces, they were just facing heels. That's just it. I think it's just a matter of how they book him. Mox is like the I don't care guy.
Well, that's the thing about it, is I wouldn't classify Moxley as a babyface or a heel.
MJF,
He's a company, he's very much so, like, a company guy. And that's what we've come to know him as, is, like, the head of AEW. Like, the leader of AEW. The leader of the division.
MJF is like, because of he'll tell anybody what he thinks. Heel, no heel. MJF is out for himself. Like a lot of people. So they relate. Dude, punch you in the face? I don't like anybody anyway, so I'll just kill you. Woo! MJF!
How long is Moxley's new deal? 4 or 5 years? I'm pretty sure it's 5 years.
5 years. How's Mox gonna bleed in this interview? Tony might headbutt his nose. So did Tony Khan just go, you know what, Shivani? I'm paying you. You have to earn your pay. Go to the ring. Introduce Jon Moxley. And then just hand the mic to him. That's how you earn your pay. Go to it. Ruthless and indiscriminate. The Cowboy.
And here he is. Next Tuesday night. What a fancy outfit.
Maybe Mister Gleen, over or under 12 more months for CM Punk and AEW? Under. Under. It'll be less than 12 months.
For what, like...
Staying in AEW.
I don't know. I'm conflicted. Genuinely, personally, I don't want to see him back. I don't really care. But I could see them bringing him back just because they don't want to lose him because he's CM Punk. Which I think would be kind of stupid, but, you know, not really my call, I guess. Okay. Yes.
Did you know Peacock is having a special about Barney the purple dinosaur? It's called I Love You, You Hate Me. I did hear about that. Barney felt disrespected. You were. Hey, who's coming? Oh, it's MJF.
Don't accidentally drop that. Well, Punk also thought you were a kid. Children. A lot of people think that you're a kid, I guess. Tony in the background. MJF's reaction was hilarious. He was like, what? I don't know that you can say that, but yeah, not wrong. Personally, I wouldn't go around punching myself in the face, but
He just cut himself!
It's fine.
MJF out there with popcorn.
He already had, like, a small little cut there, and then he, like, busted it open. Nice.
And now that I have a concussion, we will not be fighting next week.
Oh, how life would be so simple if you didn't lose the title. He kind of hit himself in the head pretty hard. there really wasn't much. Okay. Moxie's like, oh.
You messed my shirt up!
You want to have a bloody battle? Okay.
I knew someone would bleed in this interview. I didn't even take shots from his opponent. He beat himself up. It's like TNA all over again. Remember Ric Flair and Mick Foley was hitting themselves and making them bleed.
How fun.
Tuesday's going to be good.
Yeah, Tuesday's going to be good.
Who do you think will the ratings this week, Tuesday, AEW or NXT? AEW. Pat Sajak might retire and his daughter is going to take his place. Interesting. Interesting. That's right. All of them. All of them. The Ocho versus Danielson. Well, the All-Atlantic Championship is going to be the main event. Yep. Bryan Danielson.
Why does he keep doing this? Blah! Okay. I'll be back. Personally, I don't care about this. So BRB. I know. Sorry. I need my mug though. Should probably grab that.
Bring me a water, would you?
Sure.
Lionheart. Wizard. It doesn't matter. Jericho looks good after his weight loss. He does. The 5th Canadian champion. Ring of Honor World Championship. 2 count. The best wrestler's wrestler. I have 2 chocolate chip cookies. Are they big cookies or little cookies? So after your workout, you had to get a cookie, huh, Volterra? My mom's idea. Blame her. Yes. Blame your mom. Because you decided to have chocolate chip cookies. I'm craving some nachos with jalapenos. That sounds good. Danielson taking a beating right now. Jericho with some very excruciating blows to the head right there. I think he was pulling a muscle, holding back. It is Pip time! Let's hear it, everybody! All at once. Pip, 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 Pip. We got Pip. My boyfriend Jericho always looks great. Danielson's in charge here right now. Kicks to the chest. Excruciating blows to the back, to the chest, to the back, to the chest, to the back, to the head. Big cookies from the local pizza place. Cool. Are they like big cookies or like small cookies? That's what they say. The Ocho. Big cookie, see? That's the way to do it. and all new Impractical Jokers. Crap, my buddy just saw Halloween Ends and he says it sucks bad. Is it in theaters now? They just got done being baked. Cool. Interesting. Are you going to make it?
I'm trying not to spill my tea.
Are you holding your breath as you come across here?
Yeah. Because I didn't want to spill it. It's really full.
What's that have to do with not breathing?
I just didn't want to accidentally...
Here's a reviewer on YouTube. You got an early view. That's interesting.
I didn't want to accidentally,
How do you get that job?
I don't want to hear anything about Halloween Ends. Nothing. Not a thing. It's gonna be great. REST.
We're trying to decipher something here. We may have breaking news right here on the Wrestle Story.
I don't think we have any breaking news.
We got breaking news on the Wrestle Story.
He has L and IE lie.
Breaking news on the Wrestle Story coming soon. We're deciphering something right now as we speak.
Rest and lie. Got me.
EST.
No, rest.
Well, I know it's rest, but the EST is it stands out pretty well.
I don't think it's supposed to. Well, you know what I mean. Like, I don't think that's the rest. You got me. Chocolate pudding is tasty. I really am not a chocolate person, but
Eric Rowan. Possibly WWE bound?
maybe. Possibly. I don't know.
Check out that helmet.
It's pretty cool.
That's BYU's helmet.
Like a
for
new one?
for their game Saturday.
Oh.
That's the other side.
Neat.
It's a big miss right there. The ST is all elite. I don't think Montez Ford will be happy. Probably not. Chocolate can definitely make the bitter medicine of Danielson versus Jericho taste a little better. Yeah, this match just isn't doing it for me.
I just don't care personally.
Is anybody else getting the I don't care vibes?
Well, personally, I haven't cared about any of their matches they've had. Now, this is the third one, and I don't care. I mean, I like Brian a lot. I think Brian is cool. I think he's one of the best wrestlers I probably ever like right now. He's very good. But I don't like Jericho. Haven't really cared for anything he's done over the last ever. So I just...
over the last... ever.
So I don't know. I don't really care about this.
Uh-oh, down goes the ref!
Get ready for Jazz to make the run-in.
I only care for Jericho. We know, Volterra.
But the people of Canada...
We know where your heart is. Daddy Magic.
The people of Canada are booing Brian. I mean, we all know why. Because Jericho's Canadian, but...
I just care to see Ring of Honor have a real champions and not stand-ins. They need then, honestly, they need a show first. Because I don't think it matters what they do with the titles, because until they get a show...
Make the right decision, Chris. The right decision. What are you going to do? You going to hit him? Danny, you ran out there real weird. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. But I don't know if your like socks are too tight. If that's what's kind of messing you up. But goodness.
He's gonna hit Daniel.
No! What is wrong with you? And apparently in Canada, that was a face turn. The disrespect. No. Wow.
Why?
I can't even. You're a disgrace to society, okay? That's what you are.
Not just society, the human race.
I am done with Daniel Garcia. What in the world, bro? You had the opportunity twice, and you mess it up both times. This has got to be a joke. You spineless coward. Spineless coward. Yeah.
He still doesn't look happy, though. So I think we're going to find out something. My boyfriend won. That was unexpected, kind of like if you order a pizza but they deliver you a bottle of dish soap. Yeah, that was. It's kind of the same thing. Very similar.
I love Nyla. She's so funny. Nyla's the greatest.
She just rapped out a lot of stuff there. Vicky! Vicky, 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 Vicky! Must see TV! It's good! Oh, wait, that's goal. TBS, we got a commercial. Love Anna, but she has no shot against Nyla without cheating, even though Anna's record in 2022 is like 24-3. Shocking. But mostly beating jobbers on AEW Dark. Yeah, see? We don't see much of Nyla. We got the quiet TBS commercial. Gotta love it. Love the quiet TBS commercial. It's the greatest ever. Garcia's back with the Ocho. I think it's temporary because if you look at his face, I'm gonna assume that Jas did something that made him do that. I'm just gonna assume. I could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
But I'm going to assume that they did something that made him decide to do that.
Yeah. Hey Zenda, what's up? How's it going?
Hello, people. How's the show? Been not watching. It hasn't been too bad. Not the best, but not bad. Jericho just fought Danielson, you know. I mean, you got big names there, but like,
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not like into that match. It just doesn't like the whole Jericho and Danielson thing. Just like, I don't care.
All right, how long are they gonna give this? I'm telling you, this is gonna be 7 minutes or less. That's how long this is gonna be. It's 8:31.
She's changed her hair.
No, it's the same. She just toned the front.
Okay. Well, wouldn't that be changing it just a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit more platinum. It's
that's what I said.
Less yellowy.
Yeah, she changed her hair.
But it's the same.
What?
I said it's the same. It's been like that for a while. Where
if I make my hair purple, okay, I've changed my hair.
I know, but where have you been? Her hair's been like this for a while.
No, it's like the color is like different.
Yes, I'm aware. What I'm saying is she toned it. But it's been like this for like a minute. Like since the pay-per-view. You just now noticed?
It wasn't like that the other day.
Yes, it was.
No.
It was. Yes, it was.
No chance.
Yes, it was.
I would have said something the other day if it was.
She toned it so it's like more icy.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's what I said. Icy.
Yeah.
Icy hair.
So it's more like silvery blonde. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It was more yellow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe it was the lighting the other day. It made it look yellow.
See? Her hair's been like that since the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but even that looks
But before that, it was more yellow.
Okay, don't yell at me ever again, okay?
It was just toned.
That's right. I'm the hair expert. Don't mess with me.
It was toned so it's not
And now
like
you've yelled
yellow
at me.
or brassy or whatever.
And I don't like being yelled at. Especially when we're on YouTube.
So, technically speaking, you're not wrong when it is kind of different, but it's been like that for a minute, and it just took you forever to
Well, it takes me 2 minutes to figure things out, okay? So if it was just a minute, I still haven't figured it out. If you are new to the channel, hit
Alright,
that
I need to get my
subscribe
clock.
button and make sure you hit
I'm going to start this when the bell starts.
the like button if you haven't done so.
Let's see how long this is.
Word out. Sheeta wants Britt Baker. We're at 10 seconds already. This match is flying by. Thump her wisdom teeth. She'll pipe down.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a heck of a match going on here. Tony Storm beating Hater up. I'll be damned. What a damn setup. Yes. Storm just kicked Sheeta in the face. Whoa. I like the whoa.
Whoa.
Hater with a kick to the face. We got Pip coming up. Pip, 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 Pip. Everybody chant it.
Pip, Pip.
Black
Pip,
Adam.
Pip, 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 Pip. Pip.
Black Adam. You owe me, Black Adam. Black Adam. Heroes don't kill people. Well, that means you're not a hero. Gotta love this commercial. It's not Black Adam. It's Samoan Dwayne. He has recognized the tribal chief as Roman. Just saying.
La 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 la.
Heroes should always eliminate sadistic criminals. Black Adam is more tangible and admirable than Superman. He is, because you know what always happens? The bad guy always comes back if you let him live. So you have to take him out.
Nice.
Good choice. Good choice, Black Adam.
Fun.
Take him out.
Cool.
That's right. It looks amazing if you never see it again. September 15th to October 15th.
This tea is delicious.
Yep, I can see why. It's all in how you do the...
Okay.
If you don't do that right, it doesn't taste as good.
Cool.
I won't say what I was going to say because you might laugh and you might choke on your tea. Loving that office cup.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's got...
It adds to the... As you're drinking the tea or coffee or whatever happens to be in there.
Quotes and stuff.
Yes.
It's the only mug I own, and it's my favorite. But it's pretty,
By default, it's her favorite. It's the only mug she owns. It's the only mug I own.
It's the only mug I use. I pretty much only use this mug.
It's the only mug I own. And...
It's my favorite.
It is my favorite.
Yeah, it's the only mug I use.
But on the other hand, it is the one I hate the most too. So. Anyways, guys, I will see you for the Bray Wyatt show. At least there I can be in a Brit-free zone and for 2 whole hours. Take care, everyone. Have a good one, Ben.
Are we going to be here on Friday? I don't know if we're going to be here on Friday because I have an orthodox appointment.
Yeah, we may not be here Friday.
Probably don't count on us being here.
It all depends on what time we get back.
Well, and like everybody is going, and I don't know what we're doing.
Everybody, I thought we were just taking the 4 kids.
No.
Oh, great.
Well,
this will be a fun trip.
It's no different. It's just adding mom and then...
Yeah, but I have to listen to the kids in the back going, God, it's too crowded back here.
They would have said that anyways.
Well, they would have been spaced out more.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
That's okay. It's great with some honey on it. Yeah.
So, yeah. But we probably won't be here on Friday.
Tea and honey.
But we'll be here
honey
on Saturday for football.
All Elite Satire. How's it going?
We'll be here on Saturday for, well, not here, but over on the Sports Story for...
That's right. We'll be on the Sports Story on Saturday.
Oklahoma
covering the mighty Sooners against Kansas.
At 10:30.
See you 72 hours after Friday.
We'll be...
Have a good one, Ben.
10:30, I think. Is it an 11 o'clock game? I think it's an 11
yes,
o'clock game.
It's an 11 o'clock game.
That's what I thought.
I'm happy. I had pizza and brownies for $10.
Whoa.
What kind of pizza did you have, All Eat?
That was 3. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. She counted 3 times.
No, I'm pretty sure it was...
Well, the match has gone over the 7-minute mark that I thought it was going to. I said they're going to give it 7 minutes. We're at 7 minutes and 20 seconds right now. But I do think it's almost over. So, like, maybe 7:45. Because I do believe this is going to be over in a matter of seconds.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
All right, my 7:45
This is awesome!
has not...
I ordered from Domino's yesterday. The driver stole my food and the store closed. They said, sorry, that happened today. They gave me a discount. I was going to say, you ordered Domino's yesterday and you just got your food today.
Now we're at the 8-minute mark.
Oh, that's funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to make fun of you, All Elite Satire, and your situation. It was an Italian sausage and pepperoni. I hope that the driver liked it.
Well, 8 minutes and 17 seconds. Went 1 minute and 17 seconds over what I thought it was going to.
Yes, it did. Is she bleeding? Or is that just like her makeup?
I think her mouth might be bleeding. I'm not sure.
Good thing there's a dentist there. She can fix her teeth.
All right, I'm going to get my fake pizza rolls.
Here,
because Vincent doesn't want them.
Take my real cup out there.
Okay, thanks. Go.
It's not my favorite.
All right. But is it the only one you own?
No.
Didn't think so.
I bought a roasted chicken, bread, and potato salad. The question is, Mundo, was it good? I don't know what's going to happen to them, but Uber Eats apologized to me, and Domino's said they'll handle it because they knew who the driver was that took my food. What a thief, man. What a thief. The bunny's back. Up next, Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Eating it right now. Very good. Walmart. Cool.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, no problem. My pleasure. Yeah.
Adam Rose, Party Bunny, Bad Bunny, AEW's Bunny, now the White Rabbit. So many bunnies multiplying. Yes, yes, they're everywhere. The bunnies are just everywhere. In Polo Loco, a food chicken is almost $25 and it's small, so I ended up getting this at Walmart. This at Walmart less than at $10 with everything. See, that's the way to do it. But which is better? Is Walmart's better or is Polo Loco's better?
These have a little bit of spice.
If you guys are quiet, you can hear Maven eating.
What is wrong with you?
I'm like demonstrating that. Shh, quiet. If you're quiet.
I'm just trying to eat my fake pizza rolls, okay? Jeez.
Okay. Whole, not food. Sorry. That's okay. That's okay.
Is AEW better than Raw tonight? Honestly, I'm gonna say no. I think Raw is better.
No, I think AEW is better than Raw tonight because I didn't watch Raw tonight.
I think that AEW is better. No, I think that Raw was better than AEW.
No way. Week. Raw did not happen tonight. So tonight, AEW is better. Now, if you put them together on the same night, I would say probably, I would agree with you. Raw was better.
Like, I don't know. I think Raw was better this week.
Polo Loco is much better because it has that fire taste to it, but Walmart is good as well for the price. Yeah, cheap is better because, you know, you don't go broke.
This song's a bop, man.
Yes. Bop.
Bow, bow.
So
Bow,
weird
bow.
seeing Brock
Bow,
Lesnar
bow.
go to the mid-card. I think it's cool, though. I wouldn't look at it as a mid-card. I look at it as entertainment. AEW Atlantic title match between longtime rivals. Yep.
These are tasty.
Yes, they are pretty good.
If you don't have Orange Cassidy win right here, I don't know what you're doing. Like, honestly, I really think that Orange should win this. Pac still has the trios titles. Have him drop the All-Atlantic title to Orange Cassidy because somebody else needs to hold it. Because dude can't defend both of them at the same time. I mean, hypothetically he could, but, like, we don't need to.
Yeah. I like it, too. It's refreshing. It is. It is refreshing.
Oh, the Brock thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and it's 12 miles away and Walmart is 3 miles away from me. Well, that makes sense. Tony Khan watches WWE. All elite satire. He does. He does.
You know, drinking this hot tea is really making the spiciness in my mouth hurt
Tony
more.
Khan is a wrestling fan. You what?
I said, drinking this, well, it's not hot, it's warm, tea is making the spiciness way worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it kicks it up a notch. Or 7.
But these are tasty. Delicious. Oh, that made me think earlier. Hold on 1 second.
Time's up.
1 second.
Time's up again.
Wait.
First, let's do the big gold belt. I like the sound of that. Yep.
Okay, man. I swear I'm gonna tell you the story 1 second. I have to get a drink.
Well, first you're eating. Now you need a drink.
Yes, because I'm gonna choke and die on pizza rolls.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyway, so I said delicious. That made me think of earlier. So, Vincent and I was in the kitchen. I was doing dishes, and Vincent came in and he was helping me. And we have that sanitizing spray stuff, and I sprayed it on the stove. And Vincent would like walk by, and he goes, "That disinfectant spray smells delicious." And I was like, "Bruh, it's disinfectant spray. It does not smell delicious. What are you talking about?" And I like asked him again. He goes, "It just smells delicious." I was like, "Dude, don't ever mess with the spray, man. It's not edible. Jeez." Anyways, it was just really funny.
Gotta teach the 4-year-old not to eat disinfectant
and
spray.
made me laugh because he's hilarious.
I'm not a fan of orange juice. I don't think my taste buds will enjoy this match. Orange juice is one of the better.
I love orange juice.
The stuff he does, man. The kicks are ridiculous. Who would do that? Like, your hands are in your pocket, and he's, like, kicking up and kicking the guy. It's crazy. Crazy. Those kicks are ridiculous. Who would do that? Oh, I already read that one, didn't I? Join. Cassidy! $1 million wheels. How do you always keep it so fresh? And Pip. We got Pip. We got Pip. We got Pip.
Oopsie doopsie. Oh no, my Kindle has 27% left. This is no good. I'm supposed to read on this. It'll live throughout the last of the stream, and then I gotta plug it in. I didn't plug it in last night because I was reading it. And I forgot to. Because I fell asleep. Well, he's just dragging Orange's lifeless body up the ramp.
I hope Jimmy Fox gets a discount on that car since he's the producer. He should.
That would hurt my shoulder, dude. I'm sorry. Are you trying to pull my arm out of socket? I mean, I think that's the point. But... he's quite, dead. It seems. Oof. Yikes.
Tombstone on the center stage. You jerk.
Man.
What a jerk. That's the way I look at it.
We are back live here on Dynamite. We are back live here on Dynamite. Oh, the tombstone pile driver on the top of the rope. Or top of the stage. Top of the ramp. Whatever. Top of the rope.
Wherever it's at.
Impressive if it was on the top of the rope. Oh, do you have the game set up for...
The picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get yours on there and then I'll do mine.
All right.
Generally, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Could be an easy win for them if they don't do something stupid. The Jags. That's who I'm talking about.
Colts have played like they've never played before.
And the Jags will lose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, the Bengals have the Saints this week.
Yeah, the Aints.
And the Saints are coming off.
They're gonna march in. Orange Cassidy is fighting his rear end off. Just his rear end, nothing else. All ego. Pac is going crazy on Orange. He is! He's taking it to him right now.
Not today. We will hear from MJF on Tuesday. Sit-down interviews with Brian and Yuta. Oof, that was rough. Are you okay, man? Doesn't look like you are. Will you live? Probably not. Will you die? Also probably not. You're just going to be in this weird state for a little bit. Yeah, see, because you said that, we're not. See, didn't think so.
We got a new champ! Psych! Oh, that cow, that DDT to the outside, yes. We got a replay. The DDT.
Yeah, that looked like it hurt. Looked like it hurt. Ouch.
Pocket's hanging on the Cassidy's hanging on the ropes, wasting too much time here. Should just get to the top rope and do his move, but no. He's gonna let Pac get arrested up. Pac's gonna roll out of the ring. Oh, that had to hurt. It's like when Stone Cold Stunner The Rock. Yeah, that was nuts. That had to hurt. The way they landed, man.
That was rough. Oh, is Pac bleeding? Who's bleeding?
Pat.
His shoulder? Or is he bleeding from somewhere else and he just like happened to get...
Yeah, his shoulder's cut open, look.
Are you okay? No, it's his ear. Oh. Ow.
Yeah, that's not good. If that was like an eardrum that popped.
Ouch. Who's that? It's Danielson! He had a lot of stuff to pull off of his face.
That's okay, but you're cursed.
Orange. Don't you dare.
Danhausen's in the house. Pac is bleeding. Them DDTs. I think it was that when that whole move on the outside of the ring.
Never mind.
That move outside of the ring. That's interesting. When did AEW refs start putting on gloves for blood? They've been doing it for a while.
You don't waste time, you dork.
Wow! What a struggle.
Orange. That's right, Orange Cassidy, champion.
Weird, I'm just noticing. Yeah, they usually, that's one thing they do pretty good about is they put gloves on. Satire since April 2020. Freshly squeezed! Orange Cassidy!
That is right. You are cool. You are
Brand
a
new
champion.
AEW All-Atlantic Champion! Orange Cassidy!
That was the right move. Pac didn't need both belts. He still got the trios titles. Orange is on television more frequently. And the All-Atlantic Championship can... and now, Orange has the belt. You had Ethan Page a couple weeks ago. He was going, I'm tired of all these jokesters winning these matches and getting these title shots and doing this, that, and the other thing. He's tired of it. Guess who has the title now? Orange. Orange is considered a comedic
Probably one of AEW
act.
originals got a belt. Yep.
Orange is considered a comedic act in quotations. So Ethan Page can be all mad about that, and we can get a really good Ethan Page and Orange Cassidy feud out of this.
He squeezed the prune juice out of Pac-Man.
Sounds like a real solid storyline to me.
I like pissed off Orange Cassidy way more than lazy OC. Yeah. I can see that. Pac has the trios and a UK belt. See? He doesn't need any more. He's got plenty of belts. He could have Battle of the Belts on his own.
Yeah, he's got quite a few.
Yeah. Him and FTR could just do Battle of the Belts by themselves.
Yeah.
It's going to be Orange versus Page. Yep. It should be interesting. Overall tonight, I would give it a 6.5 or a 7.
So I was going to say a 7. I still think Raw was better.
I do think Raw was a little better.
Kind of, yeah. So,
I would agree because, well, you had Brock come back.
I just feel like at this stage in the game in AEW, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's, like, the deal, but I feel like some storylines have gone on for way too long and need to just be canned and start something new, like the Jericho and Bryan thing. I just feel like we need to move on from certain storylines and do something new because we're just rehashing a lot of the same stuff. And then some of it, I feel like the storylines are like, what are we doing? Like, this doesn't even remotely make sense in the least. Like, the stuff with Wardlow and Joe and FTR. Like, all three of them could have 3 different storylines going on television right now with their respective belts that they either have or that they should have a opportunity for. And we're not doing that because we're wasting time doing an 8-man tag match with Brian Cage and his group of goons. So I don't know. I don't know what some of the booking decisions are kind of questionable and have been for like a minute, and I'm not entirely certain, like...
Well, because I think the idea is to get fresh stuff, so you're not doing the same stuff repetitive.
The problem is that some of this isn't fresh stuff, and, like, certain storylines have gone on for, like, forever, and we just need to, like, move on.
Well, because I think there's some things that happened that have messed things up.
I get it. I understand all the stuff with the Elite, but, like, I don't know. I feel like the booking is definitely, it's different than it was a few months ago.
Okay, but think about this.
And
there was probably plans with Omega coming back and the Elite to have them on quite a bit. There was probably plans to have Punk on quite a bit.
Probably, but even
so... everything had to change with where they were going with
that's
anything.
That's fine. That's great.
Probably had to change things like the MJF. Because I figured MJF was probably going to go after Punk.
That's great.
And so
but
you lost a lot of stuff there.
Even so, without those people there, we're still sitting here on a lot of the same storylines that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, months, whatever. Like, even prior to the... Like the Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus stuff. Like, that's been going on for a while now.
Okay, but I think the whole idea is to lead back to...
I don't know.
Back to Jungle Boy and Christian Cage is what I think it's going to lead back to.
That's cool.
And so, in order to keep the whole thing going...
But I don't want to see the same thing every week on television, though.
Pushing it out there.
That's the problem, is that we're not going any further with it. It's exactly the same thing that we've been doing for the last, like, month. Like, back at the pay-per-view.
One guy
and
can't
I get
do
it,
anything.
Christian got injured, that's fine, but then you should, like, wait and do something else, because you can't sit here and wait for Christian for the next 9 months while his shoulder is healing, continuing to do what you're doing right now. You can't do that. You can't keep doing the same Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Okay,
Jungle Boy gets the crap kicked out of him every single week by Luchasaurus and Christian, because that's what we're doing. That's what we've done.
Okay, so what every week. Do?
I don't know,
where are you gonna have Jungle Boy go?
But don't, like, I'm tired. I don't want to see the same thing over and over again, because it's like, I find myself, in some aspects, I find myself less excited for the AEW shows during the week sometimes, which is really wacky, because I like AEW a lot, and I feel like I've been more critical of their product in the last 6 months or so, because I feel like the quality has just, like, gone out the window in some places, and I don't know what happened. Like, even with guys...
You lost, like, your top
I'm
stars.
Talking about before this, okay?
I mean...
Before the whole, like, all-out, whatever the garbage that was, even going into All Out, I was like, what are some of these storylines? Like, we didn't have things planned until, like, 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. I don't know. I feel like some of the booking has just been all over the place, really wacky. I'm not entirely certain why some of the decisions that have been made. And I don't know why we're not doing some, like with the women, and I'm not, like, complaining about the women being on television and stuff, because it's good that they're out there, but how many times can we see Tony and Shida team up against Britt and Jamie? We've relied on that so much over the last, I don't know how many weeks, in some capacity. So there was 1 week that Britt wasn't involved in it, and it was Jamie and, what's-her-face, Deeb, But it was the same like tag team match. I don't know what we're doing.
I would agree to a certain extent. The issue I think you have with the women's side of things, even for as many women as they have, it's hard because a lot of them shouldn't be on TV right now.
That's great. That's good. That's fine.
And so you only have a certain number of women that can be put on TV. So I think Tony with the women's division is kind of in a bad place because.
But I feel like we've been that way with most of the show. Like some of the storylines are just in a bad place, and I can go back to the whole Wardlow and Samoa Joe and FTR thing. FTR have been sitting on a tag team title opportunity for like months, months, and I don't care what stupid storyline we're waiting for. If we're waiting for Punk and the Elite to get back, I don't care. Like, you know how stupid it looks to have them be the top tag team. They've been the top tag team for a long while now, and they still haven't gotten their tag team title opportunity. And I'm not saying we need to like do it and take the titles off the Acclaimed, because I think the Acclaimed are really hot right now, and everybody is like super into what they're doing. And so it was a good move for them to take the titles off of Swerve and Lee and put them on the Acclaimed, because the Acclaimed are like super over right now. That was good booking. Like one of the few things on the show that every week I'm like, this is genius. I don't know. Wardlow has a TNT title. He's defended it. I can't even tell you how many times he's defended it, because it's not relevant at all in any capacity. Like even when he's on television and they try to make it seem like it's a big deal, it's not. I don't understand any of it. They killed all of his momentum. I don't care if they can like build it back up or whatever. They squashed everything that they had going for him. And whether that be because MJF was a dweeb and left when they were going to continue doing something, like don't put all your eggs in one basket, bro. Like, have a backup plan, but
the thing is when you lose MJF for a while, you lose the Elite and Omega and Punk, okay? So there you have a bunch of storylines there that you had going that you're going to feed off of, that everything is going to kind of piggyback off, because those storylines affect every other storyline, because you have to adjust and adapt everything else because they screwed up and messed it all up.
But what were the Elite really going to be doing? They won the trios titles. Great. Where were they going after that? They had nothing set up. They had nothing set up on television.
Who knows what they had set up?
So, like, what? I don't even know what we're talking about with the Elite. And that them not being around was just like, Kenny wasn't around for like 9 months and people were fine. I don't know. Like, it's not like they can't turn around and figure something out. It's about them not wanting to. And like with the Wardlow situation,
Omega being gone was planned. So I'm sure this stuff was like written out. Like, okay, this is.
Okay, cool. Then you move on to the next thing. If you have things lined up that you're gonna do, you move on to the next one. Like, you have to be able to adapt in a situation.
You can, but then you know what you get. Where did this storyline come from? This just came out of the blue. So what are they doing?
No, the problem that we're facing here is that they're not even like in the Wardlow situation, they didn't even attempt to do anything. They put the TNT title on him and did nothing.
Tell me, what are you going to do with Wardlow?
What are they going to do with Wardlow? Oh, what are they going to do with Wardlow? I don't know. That's not my job to figure it out.
Give me a story.
They gave him the TNT title, and then they effectively didn't have him on TV.
And they probably had some stuff lined up with, MJF.
That's great.
Possibly.
You have to figure it out.
They don't want to work with him.
If MJF was injured and had gotten injured after the pay-per-view and was going to be out for a few months, they would have had to figure it out. It does not matter what the situation is.
They would have had Wardlow destroy people.
It does not matter what the situation is. He's not destroying people, though. It does not matter what the situation is.
Why is he fighting this guy?
You need to have some sort of backup plan, and it's been very clear they've had no backup plan for, like, the Wardlow situation.
What backup plan would you have for it?
Have him do something on television. I don't care if it's squash matches. I do not care. Do something to build him back up.
Oh.
They had a dumb, nonsensical feud with what's-his-face, Lethal, and his group, and that turned into a 6-man tag match with FTR, who should have been off doing something else with the tag team titles.
Well,
this
it's
is
because-
not a difficult
but the thing is-
situation.
well, it is more difficult than you think because you can't just pull
Give
people
him-
from somewhere else and
No,
go, okay,
do
this
what
is
you
we're gonna
did
do.
with Cody when the TNT title was like first a thing. You had the whole open challenge thing that Cody did pretty much every week. When he had the TNT title the first time around, do something like that. It's not hard to book something for Wardlow. He's Wardlow. Are you kidding? Like, so this idea that, what are they going to do with him? What are they going to do with him? What are they going to do with him?
Give me a story.
I don't know. I don't know what, like, they could come up with something.
Okay, and what do you think Tony's doing?
Figure it out. You're booking the show, dude. Figure it out. Not my job. Okay?
I didn't say...
I don't know what you want me to tell you. They didn't make an effort.
What you would do with him.
They did not make an effort with that. They literally could have done anything under the sun. They have an entire roster of people. They could have built a story with anybody.
Okay.
So to sit here and go, well, pick somebody.
Who are you going to build a story with?
I don't know.
The thing is you're telling me, well, build a story with him against somebody. Who?
They have an entire roster.
You're going to sit here.
They have an entire roster. Find somebody. It's not a difficult thing to do.
Okay, but the thing is...
You book something. Figure it out.
They did book him.
With something that was dumb and nobody cared about. It was irrelevant because they brought him
So
he won the TNT title.
So he did book him against somebody.
He won the
and you didn't
TNT
like it.
title.
So who would you book him against?
Jay Lethal just got out of a feud with Samoa Joe where he looked like a loser. So for him to turn around and have a feud with Wardlow made absolutely no sense.
Well, because Jay Lethal is a bigger name probably than some of the other guys that they
absolutely no sense.
And so it made sense.
No, it didn't.
I mean,
he goes from fighting Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor TV title to the TNT title?
Yeah.
What? He's a loser. He lost the match. It makes no sense. In no world did that storyline make sense.
Why?
At all.
I'm trying to figure out why.
Because he lost the match against Samoa Joe. A feud that nobody cared about because Jay Lethal was literally on television by himself. Joe was not around because Joe was filming a movie or was injured or something. And so he wasn't around for 90% of the feud.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bug. I'm going to kill it. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe not. It disappeared. But literally, he had a feud with a nonsensical, like, person. That was not even on television. 90% of the feud. They do the feud at the pay-per-view. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
But the thing is who would you book him against?
I don't know. You have Ethan Page. You have Sammy Guevara. I hate the guy, but you have Sammy Guevara. You have Orange Cassidy. You have Eddie Kingston. You have, I don't know. You want me to go through the whole roster and, like, tell you who they could book him against? Literally anybody. The people that he could have matches with, it doesn't even have to be like a big, long-standing feud. Like I said, do an open challenge. Do an open challenge on the show and call it a day. At least Wardlow would have been out there.
Is that building a story?
You know, it's pointless. This is stupid.
I'm just asking, is it building a story?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know what you want. That's what I'm asking.
What they've done with Wardlow has been absolutely... You can't tell me that they've booked him properly.
Y'all should know better. You're not trying to silence the Maven.
Like, I don't understand it.
Well, I don't understand where people want him to go. When you ultimately lose 5 of your top stars that are out there a lot, it affects everything.
That's
from
great.
the top to the bottom.
That's fantastic.
And if you have this stuff, you can't just go and you sit here and say, we'll adapt. Well, when people adapt and they adjust storylines and move things, people go.
Okay, but what I find absolutely hysterical about this situation is, like, WWE, for instance, like, they have the 5 people that they focus on, and everybody complains about, well, they only focus on these 5 people, and blah, 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 and we never see anybody else on television because they have nobody else. But, like, AEW, you're literally going on and on about the top 5 stars that they have. Like, they have nobody else on the roster. Like, they have other people that they could be booking. It's kind of hysterical to me. Like, I don't get it.
But they have booked him. The thing is...
No, but to sit here and go, well, you can't just expect them to turn around on the, tip of a dime and work something else out. That's what they have to do.
They just brought back their star.
I'm not talking about Kenny Omega and the Elite, dude.
Who are you talking about?
I'm not talking about them. I do not care what Kenny and the Elite do at this point. Genuinely, they had no story. I don't know where they were going to go with this after the pay-per-view when they won the Trios titles. What did Dingle do, man? Everybody assumed it was going to be the Undisputed Era. But then, Fish left the company. Kyle O'Reilly is out for the next year because he had neck fusion surgery, and Adam Cole is still injured. So, I don't know what they were going to do with him. They didn't have anything lined up for them. Because they literally were building to the pay-per-view for them to win the titles. But
that's what I'm saying is all of this leads to you have these big names that aren't out there that were expected to be back. So he probably had stuff figured out and ready to go for these guys that were coming back. And, a wrench gets thrown into it. Injuries happen. I get that. These weren't injuries. These were losing. These were losing your first ever trios champions, your world champion, all in one night.
Great. Fan-freaking-tastic. You figure it out. That is your job.
I think he
to
is
book the show and figure it out.
I think we're leading.
I don't think they have.
I think
the way the shows have been booked over the last couple months, I don't think that he's figured it out. I think that they had no plan.
I think there's two ways we're headed here. I think first off, I think we could be headed towards a Wardlow and Samoa Joe versus FTR. And then I think we could be headed towards a Samoa Joe versus Wardlow.
That's cool, but both guys have 2 titles.
Mm-hmm.
2 titles that should be being built up on the show in some capacity. And they're not. Because they're tag teaming.
Mm-hmm.
Great. You can't really defend your singles titles when you're tag teaming with another guy who has a singles title. It doesn't really work like that.
Well, I don't think you need to defend your title every week.
Well, okay then.
I don't even think
throw the titles out the window
every
then.
couple weeks.
Because none of the titles mean anything in any capacity whatsoever. No, because you cannot tell me that the TNT title, looking at it right now to where it was 3 years ago, this is different. Absolutely different.
Wow.
And I much prefer the TNT title that was defended every week on television in some capacity, whether it was Cody feuding with Brody and they had a long-standing feud that went over the course of weeks, or if it was just a one-off thing where it was an open challenge and you had some guy come in and fight for the title and put on a good match for Dynamite. It does not matter. I prefer that with what we did with the TNT title over there than whatever the garbage is that we have here.
The thing is right now you're getting 2 for the price of 1.
What?
With Joe and Wardlow out there, you're getting 2 for the price of 1.
Great, fantastic.
Both of them are out there.
I do not care.
Again,
it makes the titles. It makes the singles titles mean nothing.
Well, they've got too many titles right now. And until
great.
Ring of Honor gets their own show, this is what's going to happen because they're trying, as you said, they're trying to keep their titles relevant and out there and noticed.
But they're not.
But you can't. But the thing is if you don't have them tagging, what are you going to do? Because then there's going to be titles that are moved and lost somewhere.
There are already titles that have moved and are lost.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is with Ring of Honor and the AEW titles, and they don't have enough TV time. Everyone or a lot of people complain about Raw being too long. Okay, you almost have to have a 3-hour show with the number of people you have, with the number of titles, and the one thing I will say is Triple H has started to use more of his roster and not using just the same people. And he obviously started to change some things up with Brock and the Lashley thing the other night.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stuff that's being changed up to try and make it more entertaining and more interesting for people to come and watch it. And
your hand got in the way. I was going to get it.
And so I think that when we sit here and we talk about this and we look at the way things are going, I think Tony's trying to keep things so it's not the same repeated storylines over and over. Well, we're gonna have an open challenge, or we're gonna have him beating up this guy this week, or we're gonna have beat just to beat him up. And so it's the same. It'd be the same thing repeated.
They're doing the same storylines anyways. What are you talking about?
How are they doing the same storylines?
The Jericho and the Danielson thing, that's been going on for like months now.
It has.
The Daniel Garcia thing, where you've had the opportunity to have him leave Jazz and go with the Blackpool Combat Club, you've had like 3 opportunities to do that.
You know why?
You have the Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker storyline where you literally had it set up for Jamie to leave.
Yep.
And then they didn't. Twice.
You know why, though?
I don't care why. It's stupid booking.
No, it's not. Can I?
Yes, it is. It's dumb booking. I don't care what kind of crap.
Okay.
They're building this up so these people can break off and go to Ring of Honor. No. That's not even what's remotely happening here.
It's not.
And I don't even. There's no justifying some of the booking on this show. It's stupid.
It's being done right now because A, people are talking about it. B.
Yes, people are talking about your show because you have crappy booking. Yes.
Here's okay. Well, whatever. Crappy booking. The other reason that he's doing it is because if you follow what everybody wants to see happen, or what's expected to be happen, there's no big shocking things that occur. And so here is my thought, like on the whole Britt and Hayter thing. When you least expect it, it's going to happen.
It's dumb.
Hayter is going to turn on Britt.
Hayter has a big amount of like steam behind her right now. And what are they doing? They're wasting it on the stupid thing with Britt Baker. She's playing second fiddle to Britt Baker and has been the entire time she's been in AEW.
And wait for the big pop she gets when she
let's wait for the big pop. We did that with Wardlow. What happened?
With Wardlow?
What happened? Now, where is he now? Like, the sitting here and waiting is stupid. If you have, like, what they did with the Acclaimed, that was brilliant, okay? They had a lot of steam behind them. People were excited. People were excited to see them on the shows. They were getting crazy crowd reactions. They did not call an audible in that first match like they should have. But they did in the next one when they won the titles. That was smart booking because they have a lot of steam.
Okay.
And it would be stupid not to do that.
Okay.
Why are we not doing that with Jamie? I don't understand it.
Because, like I said, you do it when it's least expected.
Well, nobody's going to care.
People will care.
Like, this is dumb. No, it's very much so.
If you want to see Jamie turn on Britt, when it happens and it comes out of left field, when you're not expecting it, first off, people are going to go.
Except when is it
and then they're
going to
start chanting.
Field? Everybody is assuming that it's going to happen. Everybody knows it's going to happen. So I don't know what you're even talking about.
Do you know? When?
Everybody knows that it's going to happen.
When?
They should have done it 2 weeks ago.
Maybe Tony will hold off.
I'm sorry. I don't care.
And then
whatever the story is, I'm done.
Gonna happen.
I'm tired of this like crappy booking. The booking has gone downhill. It really has in the last few months. I've been so much more critical of the product because it's literally not the same thing. And it's not about getting everything that you want. It's like the booking makes no sense. Like it doesn't. And it's frustrating. Cuz like there's no payoff for some of the storylines and it's dumb.
Okay.
And it's very reminiscent of, like, WWE booking. Well, and I feel like the WWE booking has, like, been so much better in the last couple months.
Again, like I said, you have... The issue you have is... The women's side, the women's side, there's only about, like... As I've said, there's only about 7 or 8 wrestlers in the women's side that should even be on TV. Until some of those other women improve. So it makes it tough there. Okay? So the women's side, it's tough to really push anybody or try and get some storyline out there when you only have 7 or 8 women and you're trying to get women on both shows. It's tough to get them out there. The men's side, you could be booking something and you're expecting Omega and the Elite to come back or Punk or whatever the case may be, wherever it's going, and you're sitting here going, okay, we're, 2 months out now? Are we 2 months out from
like a month
when
and
it
a
all
half, I
when
think.
it all fell apart?
Like a month and a half.
So you're sitting here going, okay, I can start to look for things here in a month. This should be like settled, figured out. Shouldn't take that long. And then all of a sudden, now you've got people supposedly wanting to press, to go take people to court over this. And so now everything has changed on where you're going with stuff.
But this makes no sense because you sit here and you go, don't rely on these 5 guys. WWE relies on
They
the
did
same
rely
5
on them.
guys.
They were gone for a long time, and then they come back, and you probably had your storylines all lined up, ready to go. And now it's like, and then you're thinking, okay, they'll be out for a short time here while we get this straightened out. And now we can't. Because, well, we're still involved in this goofball stuff. So...
Well, that's great. I mean, but have backup plans. That's my point. Have backup plans. Some of the booking on the show it's been very evidently clear that it's like flying by the seat of our pants and like just nonsensical, and it's frustrating.
Well, I'm not saying that some of it doesn't make sense. I'm saying that some of it is probably trying to, figure out where they're going to go with stuff as far as
Except we are a month out from when all of this garbage happened. So you would think that in the time span of a month, we might have some sort of idea of where we should be going with things without Punk and the Elite. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just how I would book the show, to maybe sit here and go, Punk is going to be out for 9 months regardless. He had surgery on his shoulder. So to even sit there and go, well, we're waiting for Punk to come back. No, you're not. No, you're not. He's going to be out for the next year. So get off that train right now. Come up with something different. Which I think they have for, like, the world title, the whole Moxley and MJF thing.
I
feel like they did a really nice, like, turnaround, like, because they had to. They had to figure it out. And Moxley was the guy that grabbed the belt and ran with it. Mm-hmm. And what Moxley's doing is great. And now you have this stuff with Hangman Page that's, good. And we're leading up to this big thing with MJF, which is the big blow-off. Which is the point. They figured it out. But in some other aspects of this show, they're just, like, coasting, bro. They don't know what, like, should be done. And it's so incredibly frustrating. Because there's so much more that they could be doing with certain people, and they're not. And it's just, like, things that make sense. Like, I don't, you can't sit here and not have a backup plan for a situation of, well, if this guy got injured or if this guy got into a backstage fight, like, have backup plans. You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
So again, my question becomes is like with Wardlow, who would you have him go after? Who would go after him?
Anything
because ultimately that's what you're gonna have.
The sun. Literally anything under the sun.
Okay.
I gave you a list. It's not about people being jobbers. Are you dumb? I said they could do an open challenge. It's not about people being jobbers. It wasn't like every match Cody had when he did an open challenge was against some nobody that nobody's ever heard of. It was matches against Eddie Kingston. It was matches against Ricky Starks. Up and coming like guys in AEW. That's what it was. And it's not like they were throwaway matches that meant nothing because it literally kickstarted some of those guys' careers in AEW. So to sit here and say that none of that would help out the opponents of Wardlow in the long run, absolutely hysterical. Like, well, I guess just don't book him on the show because, well, everything got all messed up with MJF and anybody else Wardlow faces is gonna be a jobber. So, like, just don't put him on television for, like, 3 or 4 months and then we'll bring him back for the pay-per-view for some meaningless 6-man tag. Never mind the fact that he has a single title, but, like, we just had to, we didn't have anything because we were planning on MJF being around, but, like, come on, be real. Come up with something else.
Yeah. Just create your.
No, but you're being stupid about it.
Write 14 stories.
You're being
14
stupid
different
about
storylines here, so we have
angles going in. It's not about
going
writing 14 different storylines. It's about giving him something on television to make him look remotely like a champion. And right now, he doesn't look like a champion.
Why?
I don't care what the situation is with
FTR.
Wardlow. But FTR aren't really in a great boat either, okay? They might be tag team champions for other companies, but effectively, what have they done in AEW over the last couple months? They have a tag team title opportunity that's literally been sitting there, waiting for them.
Oh,
and they're not pulling the trigger on it.
So let's see.
So, like, I don't...
You put them...
There's things they could be doing that they're not.
You put them against the Acclaimed, and now you either give them the title and take it away from the Acclaimed, or you have them lose to the Acclaimed, in which case they don't get the title anyway.
No, genuinely what I think they're waiting for is I think they're waiting for the Young Bucks to come back. That's what I think they're waiting for. But there's no explanation for why they're not getting a tag team title opportunity right now. They're not going to come out
and go, hey, you know what?
I'm not telling you to tell them to come out and say, well, the Young Bucks screwed up and they got into a backstage fight, so we had to pull this from the... I didn't say that. Come up with some logical reason as to why they're not out there. I don't know, dude. It's not my job to book the show.
It isn't, but I want to know what you think would be a good storyline.
Where
are they going?
No, you explain to me what would be a good storyline.
I don't have any issue with what they've done so far.
Please tell me. What would you do with Wardlow?
I don't have any issue with what they're doing right now.
Well, that's fantastic. Sorry, I'm not complacent. I think it's stupid. I think what they've done is dumb. Has been detrimental to the TNT title, which I think did have some prestige prior to everything that they did with Sammy, everything that they've done with Wardlow. I think the TNT title actually meant something. Now, it effectively doesn't. To sit here and say that it means everything it did in the beginning is absolutely hysterical, and you're watching the show with rose-colored glasses, because that's not the case, dude.
The thing is it isn't rose-colored glasses. Because I understand you're going to go through times where things are going to happen to where you can't have, everything go great. And to put out there everything that people want, if they did that, if Tony did that, why would I watch a show that, hey, this is what I want. I know exactly what's going to happen.
It's not about what I want. I'm just saying make things more logical and make things make more sense. Because some of the things that we've done are just beyond baffling.
I think we're headed towards, eventually what we're going to have is Wardlow versus Samoa Joe.
That's cool.
I think they're building towards that.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
And so, but they got to have a reason to do it. Right now they're buddies because they both have a common goal. They don't want, they're looking out for each other's back right now. But I think that eventually it's going to turn into a Joe versus Wardlow.
But they...
Or when they do defend, one of them defends the title, the other one's going to cost them the title, and then we're going to have those two going at it.
They are not a tag team. We complain all the time about all these people being thrown together in random tag teams for whatever random reason on whatever television we're watching, whether it be WWE or whatever. It doesn't matter. We complain about there being random tag teams thrown together. That's what Joe and Wardlow are. They are a random tag team, two champions, singles champions.
But they had a common goal.
I don't care. It's still dumb.
That's why they're together right now.
It's
not that they're a tag team. It's they had a common goal. And now they formed this friendship. And they're watching each other's backs to make sure that the other, when bad things go wrong, the others will come out, or the other one will come out to help that one, the one that's being attacked, out. That's the friendship that's formed.
Neat.
And at some point in time, I think probably what's going to happen is one of them is going to lose their title because the other one cost them, and then we're going to have a Wardlow versus Joe for whoever's title is left. I think that is where we're headed. Because it's a way to get them to face each other without having to just immediately go into a Wardlow and Joe match. I think it's a way for them to do this.
That's cool. Except it doesn't make up for the months of booking that Wardlow didn't have.
Okay, but I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, you could do the open challenge. I mean, if we want to just do an open challenge every week, well...
I think it's better that we just don't have him on television, honestly. I mean, that's probably
then don't put him on TV.
I think that's probably the best option. Why do we even have a TV show? What? Dynamite? Just throw that out the window. Nobody wants to watch any of that.
Possibly there's someone coming after Wardlow, Saddam Singh, Pac, Nick Camarado, Luchasaurus, Miro, Brody King, Claudio, Anthony... I mean, I suppose you could throw any of those guys out there.
Literally. Okay, so you want to talk about Wardlow. What has Wardlow done since July? The July 6th episode of Dynamite, he beat Scorpio Sky in a street fight to win the TNT Championship. Wardlow's first TNT title defense was against Orange Cassidy on the July 13th episode of Dynamite. He then was on Rampage, a week after that. And that's when they started the whole Jay Lethal thing. And then they had one match there with Jay Lethal for the TNT title at Battle of the Belts. And then, since then, what are we still doing? Is he still, like, no, he's not feuding with Lethal. He's, feuding with Cage now.
Mm-hmm.
Another group of people.
Yeah.
With Samoa Joe and FTR.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. But effectively, he's done nothing. So, you know.
I ultimately think the idea with some of these is they're looking to... I think Ring of Honor is going to get a TV show.
That's cool. But to sit here and like,
you're trying
count
to push
on...
it.
I understand what you're saying. I get it.
And
Wardlow. Ring of Honor is going to get a TV show. But, like, hypothetically speaking, when is that going to happen? They're not in the fall lineup. They're not getting a TV show this fall. Like, they're talking about it. That's cool. But to sit here and count on there being a Ring of Honor television show at this point is just like okay.
I'm not in back tour. I'm not sitting in Tony Khan's, conversations knowing what's going on.
I know, but what I'm saying is if they're not in the lineup now for fall, it's going to be until at least spring next year. Maybe
not, because you don't know what...
Which is like in April.
With the whole way the WB and Discovery are going, who knows what they're going to do.
So, like, to sit here and hypothetically book the Ring of Honor television show that isn't even a thing right now is baffling when they can't even book AEW properly. Like, and I don't know. There's a lot of focus on the Ring of Honor stuff, and I'm not necessarily mad at the fact that we have, like, the Ring of Honor stuff, because I think it's fine for some of it. But there is, like, a big focus on some of the Ring of Honor stuff, more so than the AEW stuff. And I feel like it's hurting AEW. Like, that's great. If Ring of Honor and AEW are supposed to be, like, one and the same, cool. But it's, like, at the expense of some of the AEW talent that should be, like, working and they're not. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but the booking has been stupid. And it's frustrating and, like, dumb. In some places. In some places, I think the show is good. Like, I genuinely enjoy the MJF stuff. The Acclaimed have been really cool. Moxley's been fine. I have no issues with any of that.
Well, because...
it's around some of the other stuff with, like, the mid-card, that, and the other thing, the women. It's just, like, it's night and day, bro.
But here is the thing with some of them, okay? Moxley could cut a promo next week and face anybody.
Cool.
Because he can flip a switch and make his promo, turn his promo into a reason that you want to see the match.
Cool.
He could wrestle a gnat.
Yeah.
And people would be going, I want to see that. Because, well, after listening to Moxley's promo, I want to see it.
Your point would...
MJF could do the same thing. Here's the point. Let me get to it. MJF could do the same thing. He could kick out a promo where it doesn't matter, okay? He could be facing anybody the next week, and it's a storyline because MJF made it a storyline.
Neat.
So those two could do that at any point in time and would not have an issue facing anybody at any point in time. Cool. Because they created a storyline with their promo. I think Eddie Kingston could probably create a storyline with certain people.
Where's he?
Okay? With certain people, I think he could create a storyline just because of his promo. I don't think Wardlow can do it. I think Wardlow's get over with the fans. But I don't think that he can get out there, at least not right now, and cut a promo and make me go, God, I want to see him face this guy.
But have they given him the opportunity to do so?
I want to see him face this guy.
Have they given him the opportunity to do so?
But I've seen his promos.
I don't think they have.
The promos I've seen him in, I wouldn't sit here and say that he could. I think he's gotten better. I think that but I don't think he's one that could cut a promo and make me go, I don't, you did this 10 minutes ago and I want to see him wrestle this guy right now. Those guys I mentioned before could cut a promo and 10 minutes later would I could be sitting there going, I want to see this. I want to see it now. The other guy doesn't even need to speak. But I want to see this because they cut this promo that made me interested in this story. And I think that's the one thing that that you know, when we sit here and we go, okay, just throw them out there with somebody, it makes it tough because you have to get people invested in the storyline.
Well, then write a storyline.
But it shouldn't take weeks or even months to create a storyline.
No, but they've been sitting here for a month.
Some of these
They've
guys,
been sitting here for a month.
Some of these guys, you're gonna have to build it up that way. And so I don't think that you could do it. MJF and Wardlow, the MJF Wardlow thing, because of MJF, the MJF Wardlow storyline would be gold.
Sick. That's great. Are we discrediting everything Wardlow did for that feud?
No, I'm not. No, Wardlow looked dominant. He played to the crowd, but it's different than getting out and
it's hard
cutting.
to play to the crowd when you're not on television.
It's different than getting out and cutting a promo to create something.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to get over with people and to have a storyline on television when you're not on television. You know. So, whatever.
He's been on TV the last 2 weeks.
My point, the booking is gone downhill, in my opinion.
I'm not saying it couldn't be better.
Is questionable and has been for a minute. And I'm not going to sit here and be all like, this is great. This is Sunshine and Rainbows. I think Raw was better than AEW this week. I think it was. And
I would agree. I thought Raw was better this week.
I don't know. I just feel like AEW really, like...
The MJF Wardlow storyline worked because of MJF. Wardlow was attacking him. But at the end of the at the end, everybody wanted to see Wardlow kill MJF, which is what I said. MJF created the whole thing. MJF made that storyline to where I still want to see Wardlow kill MJF. Just because of MJF. And so it's one of those things that you know, when you take away the people that do the good promos and you eliminate some of that, it makes it tough to want to buy into. That's a lot of the women.
But if you don't make an effort, nobody gets better at anything. If you do not make an effort and do not try to get them out on television and let them get their character over and let them work on their promo work and let them work on their wrestling, nobody just gets better overnight. Sorry, that's not how it goes. But if you don't ever give any of these other people a chance and you just sit here and go, well, this guy, and this guy are going to be our 5 talent that we use on television every single week. It's just like, I don't get it, because you can't build up new people if you're using the same 5 people over and over again. And I just complain about it all the time, but then suddenly it's like, well, that's all they can do because everybody else sucks. So what are they supposed to do? I don't know. Maybe give somebody else an opportunity to try to get over. When you don't get an opportunity, you can't do anything.
Well, you don't. But you also have that opportunity because of the shows on YouTube to show what you can or can't do.
Neat.
And if people are sitting there going, well, this person, you know, I'm watching them and they just can't get over. How do you think that Top Flight got over?
They were on Dark first. Yes, great.
They got over
I
because
did not
of
see them on Dark. I saw them on Dynamite.
You did, but the reason they got on Dynamite was because of what they were doing on Dark.
That's cool, bro. That's cool, but they were given an opportunity to do stuff.
Because of what they did on Dark. I sat there and watched them on Dark and went, whoa, these guys are going to be good. They're going to be good. If they learn to cut a promo, they're going to be superstars for a long time. And so, you know, they're watching these people on Dark and they're watching people on Elevation and going, okay, is this going to be, where's this going to go? Is it going to be good or not? And so I think that was huge in it. That's where the territories will be missed and wrestling will be dead in 10 to 15 years. You still have some of the territory stuff going on, though. I mean, AEW probably has the best young guy signed right now. But just his age is keeping him from, and the fact he's still in high school is keeping them from putting him out on TV. Because I think now, can he cut a promo? I don't know. But he can wrestle. And he could wrestle with the best in the world right now. But I don't know if the kid can cut a promo. But his age is keeping him from being out there. And he's going through the indies. So it's not like they're dead. You just have to, like, you know, be aware of where they're at and things. So it's you know, I know where you're coming from with stuff, but you also have to understand that if you had stories planned, it's tough to just flip a switch and change everything, because then you're going to go off on some other storyline and people are going to, where did this come from? Like, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Why is this happening? And so the Wardlow thing, again, I think right now they're headed towards Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. I ultimately think that's where we're going to head down, is those two facing each other and for one of the titles. And so they're building it. They're building it as, okay, these two are friends. Look, they're buddies. Joe's a name. He's trying to help out Wardlow. And so I think it's one of those things that, you know, that's where we're headed. And it's a storyline. I would like to see Wardlow versus Joe. But I think you build it without necessarily having them face one another. And I think that we could be headed that way. We'll just have to wait and see what they do with it. FTR, again, if you put them in the title shot right now, the Acclaim's over. FTR is over. One of them's going to lose. So, if the intention is to either have FTR win the title, or if you have the Acclaimed hold the titles, why have them face now? Don't put them out there against each other right now.
Genuinely, what I think they're waiting
Put
to
it
do
down the road.
Is because it's not going to be the Acclaimed and FTR. The point that I think they're trying to get to is the Young Bucks. But okay, whatever. But give some sort of explanation and some logical reason as to why FTR are not even, like, worried about going after the tag team championships right now, because it looks dumb. And it's like, we're all sitting here going, okay, when are they getting their tag team title opportunity? They're the number one tag team in the division. They have been for, like, forever. So why exactly are these other people getting tag team title shots before them? Like, make it make sense. Have them come out on Dynamite and cut a promo and talk about how they don't necessarily want to go after the tag team titles right now, but they're going to keep fighting and defend their number one spot for when they are ready to go after the tag team titles. Like, I don't know. But there's certain things that make absolutely no sense as to why they're doing it the way they are.
How you doing, Fazby?
And I feel like sitting here waiting on some of this stuff for, like, a bigger moment, like the whole Jamie Hayter thing, is stupid. You have momentum right now, do it. I don't care about the waiting for later, because ultimately what always happens in every situation is you wait too long and nobody cares. So, like, it's... I don't know why we're not pulling the trigger on some of these things that we could be doing. Like tonight, I think the Pac and the Orange Cassidy thing was a genius idea, because Pac doesn't need the title anymore. He's got the Trios Championship. He's fine. Give it to Orange Cassidy, a dude who has literally not won a title thus far in the, like, whole AEW thing until tonight. And there you go. Now you can build something with him there. Like, I don't know. There's certain things that they could be doing that they're not, and it's frustrating. And I think another thing that is honestly, like, frustrated me more, yeah, I always complain, you don't like it, you can freaking leave. The thing that I think is also, like, you're toast, bro. If Mrs. G is in the chat.
She's in the chat.
Oh, watch out. Watch out. Anyways, but the whole thing with all the backstage nonsense has really, like, taken away from certain storylines on television in, like, a bad way. Can we agree on that?
Yeah,
the backstage crap.
Tony Khan can't control that part.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is the backstage crap has really taken the focus off of some of the storylines on television that should be, like, the main focal point. Mm-hmm. People aren't talking about those. Because people are talking about all the other crap. And I feel like that's another place where I'm just like, this is so frustrating because there are people out there that are putting on good shows and good matches and good this and that. And then we have all this nonsensical stuff that happens that takes away from all of it. And that's where I think that has, like, messed up the booking, too. Because we're, like, taking, like, people just don't care. Because they care about the drama stuff more than the actual show itself.
Okay, and I get that. But here's the thing. The dirt sheets I hate.
Okay.
Because they throw stuff out there and they hope crap sticks.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I don't know who is this whole, well, there's possibility that there could be some lawsuits going on. Unless you have Tony Khan come out and say it,
which he's not going to,
then I would take it with a grain of salt. You know? So it's one of those things that until you hear it from someone up above, I would take it with a grain of salt. And so it's not like, the backstage stuff, I don't always believe in what is happening. That's cool.
You don't have to believe it. You don't have to like the dirt sheets. That's fine. Believe what you want to believe. Don't believe what you don't want to believe. I don't care. What I'm just saying is that a lot of that, the whole CM Punk thing, I don't care what you have to say about that. None of that was like a storyline. I don't give a flying fig, okay? There's absolutely no way none of that was a storyline. Obviously so. Everybody had their titles stripped. Everybody has been off television since then. I do not care. That, like Crazy Beard said, AEW dropped the reins weeks ago. MJF's big return was a non-story because CM Punk is an expletive here. Or expletive deleted. Whatever. It's true. Everybody should have been talking about MJF walking out of that show, and nobody was because Punk was a jerkwad and ran his mouth on the show and got himself in trouble. Nobody was talking about MJF. And as ironic as the situation is, and well, that could have been for a storyline. But no, I'm sorry. I don't think it was. I think it was stupid. And it really has taken away from a lot of the stuff that we've seen on television because people are still talking about it now. And we're like 2 months out from it. And people are going to continue to talk about it, which is fine. But like, I don't know.
But isn't that until something comes out and there's actually officially something done or something said, it's going to continue down this path.
Well, people are still going to talk about it, and that's fine. But I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like AEW's in this really weird spot where like some of their content is good and some of it is just not. And then they have all of the backstage stuff that's been leaked that is really just not good press for the company at all. And it makes you really wonder, like, what in the world is going on. And, like, as a fan of the company, I want them to succeed, like, so bad, you know? I like AEW a lot. I like most of the shows that they put out. I think that they have, like, great pay-per-views. I think that it's generally such a fun show to watch, and has been for the last 3 years when WWE has not been so great. AEW has been much better and has been a really good alternative. But I don't know what in the world happened. But, like, in the last 6 months, I feel like there's just been this total, like, change in the way they're booking and the presentation of some people. And it's not been, like, good. And it's, like I said, it's frustrating. And
football season.
It's like, ugh.
That's what happened. Football season started.
6 months ago?
Yeah. You had the draft.
Okay.
And then you had football season.
Yeehaw.
Once you have the draft, football season's kicked in.
Don't you have football on every year?
Yeah.
So, just all of a sudden in the last year?
Yeah,
6 months?
Jacksonville got a new coach. Tony's trying to get that lined up. Tried to get all that lined up, so, football season,
and
man.
Jacksonville hasn't been, say what you want to, but they're not winning, really.
Yeah, see?
So, it's like, But yeah, I don't know. It's just, the show is kind of frustrating. And I feel like week after week, I complain more about it because the booking just, it stays the same and it makes no sense.
I think the biggest issue with AEW right now is they don't have the time.
I don't care about
They're
the
trying.
time.
I do, because if you're trying to put a lot of wrestlers out there and trying to get people out there, if you only have a 2-hour show and you have 60 wrestlers to put out there, it's not going to happen.
Okay, but when you have Bryan and Chris Jericho fight each other 3 times in the time span of a month in the main event of Dynamite for 3 weeks.
But think
in
about,
a month.
Okay, but here's why.
Like, what are you supposed to do with that?
Here is why that's happening.
I don't know.
It's happening. Okay.
Please do tell.
It's happening because the fact that they're trying to get Daniel Garcia pushed over. And I think that they're trying to create a storyline for Daniel Garcia. And so it's not about Jericho and Danielson. It's not about any of that. This is about getting Garcia over and the storyline for him.
I understand it, but Garcia's
trying to get a young talent over.
But Garcia's not the one out there wrestling.
He
doing
isn't.
This stuff.
But he's doing right now, tonight, if you look at his face during the whole thing, the idea is he's conflicted.
That's cool. He's been conflicted for...
Okay, and it's going to take time. If you want something to happen in 2 months, okay, it's not going to happen. You create these storms. This is long-term booking.
It's the back and forth of it that's so like, what are we doing?
Because he's fighting. He's right now in his head. He's going, okay, where do I want to go? Jazz helped me. They were the reason. They helped me out. I was there for them. They were there for me. They were the ones that got me started in this. I was with them. But I'm a wrestler.
Neat.
But I want to help them out because they were there for me.
I got it. But
so
how
he's
much
torn.
Of this? But how much of this has come from Daniel Garcia? That's what. Great.
None
We can look
of it's
at
come
his.
from Daniel Garcia,
we
but
can
you
look
watch
at
his facial expressions. You watch everything he does.
And this, that, and the other thing. But how much of it has
his
been?
Body language tells a lot.
How much of it is like a Daniel Garcia? It's not Daniel Garcia though. It's Bryan and Jericho that are put out there every week that are fighting over him. That's fine, and I understand that was part of the storyline in the beginning.
You have a superstar and a
Garcia
superstar going at it. Why?
3 times?
Why are they doing it? Because it's all about this young talent that is up and coming. And so these 2 superstars are going to put him over.
Cool. But are they really putting him over?
Yes, they are. And you watch the payoff in the end.
That's cool.
Okay?
But
in the end, watch the payoff. It's being done for a reason. They're butting heads. And Garcia is battling right now. Do I want to be a wrestler or do I want to be entertainment? And he's doing an excellent job with this.
I got it.
And people that don't sit here and watch this and just go, well, it's the Jericho and Danielson match 3 times. Well, because Mox can't do this right now. Okay?
I never said he could. It's not about wanting Mox
There's a tie in here. There's a tie-in with Garcia and Jericho and a tie-in with Garcia and Danielson.
That's cool.
Which is why this is happening.
Neat.
And so
that's cool. But but I'm saying, like, it's Bryan and Jericho that are getting the main events on the show, not Daniel Garcia. I got it. Daniel Garcia is like a big part of this storyline because it's going to be him in the end that gets all the payoff. But like, we're supposed to sit here for like months and go and just literally just watch him like stand there. And like, come on, man. You could have him doing something. He's like...
He is doing something. He's battling with this. Do I want to be an entertainer?
Like,
or do I want to be a wrestler?
Isn't he like the pure champion or something? He hasn't defended that since he won it off of Yuta.
Because he's still battling. Where do I want to go with this?
That's cool, but it's not him doing it, though. It's Jericho.
But it's the battle, and it's these superstars trying to push him over.
That's cool. I get what you're saying.
They're pushing him over without him having to wrestle.
I just wish he was doing more. I wish he was given more. I wish he was given more of an opportunity to actually do something with this. And not just be the pawn in the Jericho and Brian fighting over him for the third time. Like, it's fine. I get it. It's a part of the storyline. And where we're leading with it, it's gonna be Daniel Garcia that gets over in the long run. But it's like, he's just supposed to, like, stand here and wait to decide. And it's like, you could be doing more with him. And I feel that way about it. Like, what the heck happened to Ricky Starks? Will Hobbs? They, like, were feuding, and Will Hobbs won, and then where's Will Hobbs been since then?
I don't know.
Where's Ricky Starks been? I don't know. He's just not on television. Okay?
The thing is they okay, here's the thing, okay? I don't know about injuries that take place, okay? And I'm not saying there's injuries that are holding these people back, but if there's injuries here, that we're not going to know about it. They don't put out an injury report every week saying
that's cool.
So and so is hurt, so
injuries,
we're going to
hypothetical.
So we don't know, what is going on with, are they booked somewhere else, because some of these guys do have other bookings that they go to. And so if it happens to be, even though they're AEW superstars, Tony's obviously allowed them to go wrestle somewhere else for the most part, except for, your big stars, obviously with Mox's new contracts being put out there. So there's other things, there's other factors here that are involved with everything that is taking place. And I get Tony Khan would tell them, hey, we really need you. You need to come to our show and not the other show. Whatever show they're going to go to. So there's lots of things that take place backstage that we don't have a clue what's going on.
That's cool.
We can
but
sit here
we
and
don't know the
speculate
backstage crap with WWE
like
either, and we sit there and we go, well, why is this going on?
Okay,
and nobody ever goes, well, what if he's injured?
WWE's a little
No,
bit
nobody
different.
ever does that.
They
Are you
don't
kidding
let
me?
their wrestlers
Are you
go
kidding
anywhere
me?
else.
I don't
Tony
care.
Khan allows his wrestlers to go and be somewhere else.
That's freaking cool. You can see where people are booked for. If other people have bookings, they're promoting them. I haven't seen Ricky Starks promoting other bookings that he's doing. Now, again, hypothetically, Ricky Starks could be injured and we don't know about it. Great, fine, that's great. But you had a storyline with Ricky Starks on television with Will Hobbs. That after that, you effectively did nothing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. And to sit here and go, well, that was just, that is what it is. Like,
I don't know what happened. I mean, maybe he's hurt. They don't need to come on.
That's cool. But again, this is all hypotheticals, okay? So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So you deal with what they have.
Well,
So, yes. So with that, I think
we'll be back on Saturday for football.
Yeah, we'll be back Saturday for sure. Friday, I'm not sure yet. So, but we'll be definitely here. Well, won't be here. We'll be on the Sports Story on Saturday for college football. 10:30, 11:30 Eastern.
Yeah, whatever
Yes.
time.
So,
I don't know. Game's on at 11. That's all I know.
So if we're not here Friday, you can catch us Saturday on the Sports Story. Until then, everybody stay safe. Jack, go and take care of yourself, man. Try and get some sleep. It's now 4 o'clock in the morning there. Till either Friday or Saturday. Peace out. Have a wonderful evening, morning,
Bye.
wherever you are.